Now that there are no more dimensional demons and we have what is referred to as mind demons, I'm going to give you an overview here of people who still have incubus and succubus type experiences. So what I suggest you do now, or after this, listening to this interview, or you can pause now, is to actually go and listen to the video that we have placed on the demonology website, which is called, the demons of now and the future, where an interview was done through the interdimensional portal with a demon, a mind demon, where they explain, okay, what is a dimensional demon and what are the demons that exist now as the mind, meaning everything about your mind, your personality, that now forms an entity through thinking, feeling, experiences of the mind. So it actually generates an entity that directs the being. So every time, to give you an example, you are in a situation where you're getting irritated with a friend of yours and this person says something to you, you have a thought come up, how dare she say that my dress isn't nice, and now you start building an energy inside of you of agitation, and the energy actually builds up your spine and then takes you over, where you become really angry and you snap at your friend and you say, well, I wouldn't talk because you look fat in those pants. What happened in that moment is that all the pre-placed, predefined ideas and judgments that you have as protection mechanism in relation to how you view yourself and the fear that you have of what others think of you, all of that exists in a constant patterns of thoughts running in the background. And the minute your friend said something about your dress and you completely reacted emotionally to what this person said, those compounded thoughts and pre-planned ways of, if somebody says this to me, I will take them on, type of preparation thoughts that one has based on fear of getting hurt, fear of somebody calling me ugly or not liking my clothing, all of those mind, thoughts and feelings that we participate in the background, meaning this is not stuff that we communicate to each other. These thoughts run as we participate with each other. Somebody says something, I have a thought. The thought leads to a reaction and more thoughts coming of how dare she, I will do this and I'll say that. And that accumulation of what you've already decided you are going to do and how you will get back at the person eventually builds up to the point of taking you over as the mind, and then next thing you find yourself, you're in a full-blown argument with your friend, calling her names, and you are now possessed by the anger, and there's stuff coming out of your mouth, and an hour later you feel really bad about what you said. That is one example of mind possession, alright? Now, in the case of the incubus and succubus entities, what people experience now is something very similar to the experience of being attacked by a demon, a dimensional demon. What people will experience is waking up in the middle of the night and there's a dark energy form hanging over your bed, trying to strangle you or even communicate with you or sexually attacking you. Here again, as I have mentioned, what the demons used to access was what is existent within the being as all beliefs, fears, thought patterns, energetic reactions, systems that are running in the background within the being's mind. Now we have that as well, but these systems of energy and thoughts are now actually creating and becoming energetic entities within the mind. And this actually creates what we call a resonance. So what is experienced by beings now, if you look at the waking up in the middle of the night, feeling an energy over you, is actually a resonant entity that has now manifested itself through the energy that is generated through all your thinking, feeling, even if it is on a subconscious level. The mind is now upgraded to such a point that it is actually generating this by itself energetically, and it can actually form what is experienced by the being as an energetic shape, hanging above you, strangling you. And this is the extent to which the mind has been upgraded, to the ability that it is able to bring together all points, all thoughts, beliefs, fears, and actually place it as a energetic shape and form, which then interacts with you. So when one is now being attacked by an incubus or a succubus type entity, it is actually you as the mind in relation to your sexual fears, desires, secret mind thoughts that you are now interacting with resonantly. So it's actually quite a fascinating experience. And the solution that I have worked with myself is writing. You know, it is crucial, if this happens to you, the next day to actually sit down with pen and paper and start writing about the experience. And in the writing, what we do is we look specifically at, okay, let's say I had an experience with an incubus. Now I want to go and look at, okay, what is this incubus as my mind, as the accumulation of all my thoughts, fears, desires in relation to sex showing me? What is it representing? What is it manifesting in relation to everything that exists inside of me? And I go and write about my sexual fears are this, my sexual desires are this, this is what I am secretly hoping for I can have, this is what I absolutely fear about sex, this is what I absolutely regret about what I've done in the past in relation to sex. I feel like I was a slut in that relationship, I sold myself, and now I'm in such guilt, that this guilt as this sexual, this part of me which has now become a demon, as my past, as my sexuality which I now resent, is becoming this big ugly demon which is now here to attack me and hurt me. So you're looking very much at the experience of self and how that symbolically is now playing out in relation to what it actually is. Meaning, if I fear my own sexuality due to what I did 5 years ago, or something had happened to me as a child where I was, say, molested, and since then I have absolutely feared sex or resented men or resented sex through this participation of thoughts and feelings and the fears involved, and all the belief patterns I've accumulated in relation to that point, is now as an energetic form here at night, symbolically interacting with me according to how I created it. So the Demonology Forum is specifically there for us to start assisting and supporting ourselves through the tool of writing. What I suggest is, if you have any entity experiences where you feel like there's a ghost or a demon following you, and especially in relation to this, the incubus or succubus coming to you at night, either attacking you sexually or arousing you, or creating thoughts in your mind saying, I'm going to attack you, I'm going to rape you, or you might just have a dark shape over you, just communicating, as I've experienced, communicating with you, telling you scary things. Those are all specific fear thought patterns that you are busy manifesting. And this is the point where one then writes it out, and I will assist you with this on the forum. Come and write your story. We will either do video interviews giving a perspective on your specific experience and how you are able to assist yourself within that, or I will give a direct post reply on the forum, how you are now able to face this point by writing about it and placing the information openly for yourself to see, and for yourself to, no longer exist in sort of, what happens is we have a secret desire or a fear in relation to something that is happening or has happened to us, and by not facing the point it becomes this demon. So here, by writing, we will specifically assist you in how to open the point up and face it, so that it is no longer a demon in our society that haunts people in the dark and haunts people secretly,